Welcome then to Marina Bay and a tough, bumpy street circuit that will test these drivers to their absolute limit. So sit back and enjoy the action here at the Singapore Grand Prix. Things have changed slightly around the Marina Bay circuit for 2023. 4 corners have been taken out, the lap length reduced to just over 3 miles. That might be a welcome relief to the drivers, might be even more of a relief for their brakes. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Jackson, Joe, Ocon, Stroll, Mayer, De Vries, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Gasly, Bottas, Sargent, Hulkenberg, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. Well, it's a beautiful night here at the Marina Bay circuit, and as ever, a really enthralling Singapore Grand Prix ahead of us.
That's right, Crofty, and while there's not many surprises at the top of the standings right now, there's a lot to watch out for further down the pack.
One driver I'll be definitely keeping my eye on is Connor Sports' Aiden Jackson. He's been less than consistent so far this season.
Aiden, you know what you're doing here. Let's lock in and give it everything. Show us what you got. Okay, you've got to drive through penalty. You've been given a drive-through penalty. Aiden. Nice move, good job. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Gap to your teammate behind is 16.4 seconds. OK, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Box this lap, push hard on the inlet. Gap to your teammate behind is 33.0 seconds. perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Callie's coming in for a stop. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. only got 2 laps of fuel left. Final lap, push, push.
Well, the results are in. There we have it. What a race that was.
The sheer grit and determination shown by some of the drivers out there today, Crofty, was nothing short of incredible.
Elbows out, especially from Aiden Jackson. He loved his race today, and he finally delivered the sort of performance that we know that he's capable of. So whatever they're saying to him over at Connor Sport, he seems to be listening to. Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way onto the podium now.
Now, Aiden, you have had your ups and downs this season, but tell me, on the whole, are you pleased with your overall performance?
Yeah, I'm really happy with what we've achieved. You know, F1 gets more and more competitive every single day, so I've really given it all this season, and, you know, today I've been able to show a little bit more of what we're capable of.
Okay, I'm going to be cheeky, go straight for the jugular. If you had to choose a teammate between Callie and Devon, who would it be?
I'm getting into trouble whatever I say here, aren't I? Can I have Casper back as a teammate instead? I'll talk him out of retirement.
Now, Aiden, you have recently hinted that you're not entirely happy at Connor Sport. Tell me, is it true?
I think of Connor Sport in the same way I would my family. There are a lot of personalities to manage, but we're a tight-knit group in this team. We might not always see eye to eye, but in the end, we all want the same thing.
There's been wild speculation on whether or not Connor Sport can even be on the grid next season, so can you tell us more?
People were quick to judge the investors, but I think they care about this team and they want it to do well. I can't imagine anyone pulling out investment at this stage.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, Davidoff.
Aiden, appreciate the support today.
Yeah, no worries.
You're right, the investors do care about this team. We all wanted to do well. Good to see you putting that message out there.
It's true though, isn't it? You're not gonna suddenly pull out of Connor Sport, but the team's doing well.
It really doesn't matter, Aiden. Connor Sport will get fifth and all this speculation will become irrelevant.
Well, what happens if we don't make fifth?
My position on that matter's always been clear. Thanks again, Aiden.
Come on, I just want to chat, Cal.
Why? Because he told you to?
Stop making this about him. Just talk to me.
We raced in a lot of the same races growing up, and one of us would always have a better race than the other. So in the car on the way home, one of us would be happy and the other would be completely miserable. There was no middle ground. It was like it was impossible for us both to be happy at the same time. And it's kind of been the same ever since.
Look, it's my job to talk to the drivers, Callie.
Yeah. And who gave you that job?
Why are you being like this? It's not even me you're angry with.
Maybe it is.
Oh, really? This again? We were kids, Callie.
You left me behind.
Come on, what was I supposed to say? Oh, thanks, Dad, for continuing to invest in my career, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline, just in case I hurt poor Callie's feelings.
Of course not.
And what?
It didn't have to be a choice, Dev. He had the money to fund both of our careers. I wanted you to fight for me. He never listened to me. He always listened to you.
Well, we were young.
Yeah. But we're adults now.
Yeah. Well, if it's any consolation, I'm not much competition anymore.
You never were.
I'm sorry, Callie. For everything. You were always faster than me. There, I said it.
Nice try.
I mean it.
And did you mean it?
Of course not! Faster than me? No. She was never faster than me. She'd love that. No. But if there's one thing my old man taught me, it's that sometimes people need to hear what they need to hear. You know?